This lesson is on standard notation and expanded notation. Standard notation is simply the way that we would normally write a number. That includes the commas that we talked about in our previous lesson on place value. When we use something called expanded form or expanded notation, we're really focusing on the place value of each of the digits in the question. So for our first example here, we're going to convert from expanded to standard. So standard would be this way, standard, which is the number 1025. Notice here, this is the expanded form. So it's taken each of the digits, the 1, the 2, and the 5. Notice we've skipped the 0 because we don't need to write that. Zeros are always placeholders. And it tells us that the 1 should go in the thousands place, the 2 should go in the tens place, and the 5 should go in the ones place. So notice here, this would be a comma, this is 1000, and then 2 in the tens, 5 in the ones, so 1025. Going backwards, we have the number 4672. And so notice in the expanded form, it's 4 in the thousands place, 6 in the hundreds place, 7 in the tens place, and 2 in the ones place. So that's how we're going to go back and forth from standard to expanded notations. Here are a couple for us to practice together. The first, we're going to convert from expanded to standard form. So if I convert from expanded form into standard form, I'm really just going to write these values in whatever the place value is that they tell me. So 2 thousands says that the 2 goes in the thousands place. 3 hundreds, 5 tens, and notice there's no other values. So whenever we're left with a place that doesn't have a digit, we always use 0 as a placeholder. On our second question, convert from standard to expanded. The 3 is in the, notice this is the ones, this is the thousands, this is the millions, so this is 30, or the 3 is in the 10 millions place, the 10 millions. This is the thousands, this is 1 million, this is 10 million, plus the 6, which is in the hundred thousands place, so 600 thousands. The next value is a 5, which is in the 10 thousands place. And I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going to go to the next line. Notice I've got a 0, so I can skip it, another 0, so I can skip it, and I've got a 3 that's in the tens place, so plus 3 tens. I don't have to do anything with that last 0, and I've obviously skipped over this 0 as well. Here are a few for you to try on your own, so press pause and give them a shot, then press play to see how you did. For our first one, we have 3 10,000s, so that would be a 3 in the 10,000s place. And notice there's no other digits until we get to the hundreds place. So that means the thousands place is going to have 0 as a placeholder. There's a 5 in the hundreds place, so the 5 will go here. And there's a 2 in the ones place. Again, they didn't tell us anything in the tens place. We're going to use 0 as a placeholder and put a 2 in the ones place. So this number would be 30,502. This one we're going to go in the opposite direction, so convert from standard to expanded. Standard to expanded. This number, 1, is in the billions place. 1 billions. Plus, notice all of the zeros as placeholders, so the next digit is a 2. So plus 2, and that is in the hundred thousands place. And then 0 is a placeholder, so we can skip it. A 4 in the thousands place, so plus 4 thousands. And a 7 in the hundreds place, and the rest of those are 0, and so we can skip them. So that would be my expanded form.